Good afternoon, everybody. One, two. There we go. Right. Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to the channel. I am Lone Wolf, unless of course you're watching later on YouTube, in which case I'm Lone Cerberus. Now, this is... I'm not doing the Long Dark today, obviously. What I am doing is playing Stalker Clear Sky. Now this is today. I'm playing it today. The devs have actually come up with a... The devs have come up with an enhanced edition, which is what this is. So they've upped the frame rate, they've upped the graphical details. They've done a lot with it, so that's why I'm playing this today. And yeah, going in to see what's happening now. Obviously I'm only going to be playing for a few hours. Yeah, I'm only going to be playing for a few hours, and then tomorrow I'll probably play Shadow of Chernobyl. But we'll see how things go. In the meantime, let's get on with it. Now, some of you know that I'm playing Stalker 2 as well. And I have been playing Stalker 2. And this is one of the areas, in fact all of the areas that you find in Clear Sky, you can actually go to in Stalker 2. Okay, now this is Scar. I don't know why you can't hear. I don't know why you can't hear any game sound at the moment. Emission. That's what an emission looks like. And that's why it kills you.
Without going into detail, I must say I have never seen anything like this before. The encephalogram suggests serious damage to the nervous system, but the other indicators couldn't be better. It's It's astounding.
Perhaps it has something to do with the emission.
Most certainly. Although so far I've been utterly unable to formulate a rational explanation for this abnormality.
Look, it's waking up.
They're waking up. Poor Lev.
You're awake. That's good. Welcome back to the world of the living, Stalker. How are you feeling? Do you remember what happened to you?
Bunch of scientists and the mission, that's it, where am I? Is this heaven? The monster looks so much like he's on it.
In the joking mood, eh? That bodes well for your recovery. I'm Lebedev, the group leader, and I'm responsible for everyone here. That includes you, for as long as you're here. We call ourselves S.T.A.L.K.E.R, and you are in our base right now. We picked you up in the swamps after the emission. Lucky? I doubt it. The facts are these. You survived the emission. That's the first thing I still can't explain. The second thing is that our patrol found you in the swamps, which are essentially endless quicksand. And thirdly, you nearly got torn into shreds by a pack of pseudo-dogs. But our boys got you out just in time. Such a chain of events tells me it's more than just luck. Anyway, I need to finish what I'm doing. So let's continue this conversation later.
Challenges? Achievements. I don't like that. That's better. First place to go is the barkeep, as always.
Look who we got visiting our swamps. You sure are a whiff of fresh air. Hello, Mark. You became quite a legend while you were out of it. Even you wouldn't believe some of the rumors I've heard. Anyways, here's a drink on the house for a lucky son of a gun. It should help you relax and tell me about your adventures. Because I'm just dying of curiosity.
Not much to tell. I was leading a group of scientists through the swamps when the mission hit. Nothing after that.
Well then, you drink and I'll tell you about this place. It used to be pretty quiet here. We had the paths worked out, the right places explored, and the approach covered. Of course, the swamps ain't exactly spring break material, but it wasn't too bad either. Yeah, it wasn't too bad until the last emission. The biggest we've ever seen. These days our boys pray both to God and the devil before going out of the base. Because getting back alive is a miracle in its own right. But we're managing to hold it together. Because our guys ain't here for loot. They're fighting for a cause. I was collecting bottles one after another and they led me here. I'm kidding, man. Truth is, there was no place for me in that other world. He didn't want me. In the end, I came here. First to the zone, and then to Clear Sky. The guys here are alright, and I'm needed here. They come back here after a mission, I pour them a drink, tell a few dirty jokes, and my job is done. Simple, but effective. By the way, they call me Cold around here, in our base. As you can see, It's a small, sinking farmstead in the middle of romantic, endless swamps. I couldn't tell you where it is exactly, but it's the last place in the zone where you can meet real people. Guys who won't screw you, stab you in the back, or let you bleed to death to save a med kit. You know why you've never heard of it? Because too many people want to know about it, and the fewer that do, the better. Lebedev is our leader. The man is a rock if ever I've seen one. He's the glue that holds our whole group together. Then there's Binpolev, Professor Binpolev. He's like a walking encyclopedia and a calculator in one. Knows more about the zone than... well, anyway. Our technician's called Gray, and he can make you a rifle out of an empty can with ammo to boot. He could use some spares, but apart from that... And finally we have Suslov. He's a trader, but he ain't like the others of his trade. He won't try to rip you off, Forrest.
Colt, leave the merc alone with your dirty jokes. I need to see him.
Well, brother, if Lebedev says he needs to see you, that ain't up. Up for a discussion. Go on. I'll catch you later.
It's downstairs. Okay. Oh, God. Nimble. Alright. That's a pseudo dog.
Got some fresh air? You look better, that's for sure. Let me fill you in on this situation. You're in the Clear Sky base. Don't try to remember who we are. You've never heard of us, and there's a very good reason for that. Our mission is to research the zone. We believe that the zone must be studied and understood so that humanity knows what it is facing here. Understanding is the key to coexisting with the zone. Because if you think about it, the zone is the most wondrous phenomenon humanity has been confronted with in its entire history. As I said, we are researchers. We are trying to figure out the nature of the zone, determine the reasons which caused it to appear, and formulate the rules that govern its existence. We are not consumed by a quest for money. We don't seek fields of artifacts, and we're not interested in turf wars with other factions. That is why we're hiding here in the swamps and concentrating on our research. Our forte is not combat, but knowledge. Knowledge of the zone, accumulated over years of research. We know more about it than stalkers and the government combined. And our research was finally shaping up into a sound, coherent picture until the massive emission a few days ago. No, that emission was incredibly powerful. It was on a level of its own. It was like a hurricane that swept the whole zone, changing it. Everything is different. The well-known and relatively safe areas have become highly radioactive and full of anomalies. But now, you can access parts of the zone that have been unreachable for years. Even the most hardened stalkers don't know what awaits them on their favorite path. The other thing that changed is people, and that became evident right away. The emission destroyed the fragile balance between factions, and they're now warring for territory. In other words, many strange things have happened, and I don't yet fully understand the scale of these changes. It's only been a few days since the emission. If you ask me, the strangest thing of all is that you managed to survive it. I see. How can I help you? Getting out of here isn't easy, not by a long shot. The swamps are a real maze of reeds and radioactive quicksand, swarming with terrible monsters and human scum. And I don't know which is worse. Only a guide can lead you safely out of here. We only have a handful of them. Guys I would trust with my life without a second thought. Unfortunately, it's not that simple. Because if I let you go, our presence here might not stay a secret for long. We are having a very tough time here recently. The emission reduced the number of anomalies in the swamps, which made the area easily accessible for bandits and other vermin. There are so many of them, they'll be setting up camp in our base soon if we don't do something about it. The problem is that we're not really the fighting type, so we've been steadily losing ground.
This is the second outpost. We're under attack. I repeat, we're under attack. Help!
That's enough chit-chat. There's been another attack on our outpost. Help us fight it off. If it makes any difference, some of the boys who saved you are there right now. You still remember how to survive in this? Great. Get over to the trader and he'll fit you out with some basic equipment. After that, head straight to the outpost. Once you're outside the base, listen to my advice. I'll try to guide you along.
Right.
Trader, a fighter is on his way there. He should get...
Roger that.
Visitor? I'll be right there. At last. Here, take this basic equipment kit. I've been ordered to issue you some...
What you need, Stalker?
You always get blindfolded on the way out of the base.
Merc, there are anomalies ahead. Be careful. Remember, don't move until you've thrown a bolt in front of you. Oh, by the way, you can sometimes find artifacts in anomalies. You can't see them, but detectors spot them easily enough. If you get close enough, your detector will indicate the location of the artifact, and then you just pick it up easy as pie. Keep in mind that your current detector isn't exactly top of the line. It only shows the distance to the artifact.
Which is true. You can get top of the line one later in the game.
Run for the tower! The monsters can't get you there! You're right on time, bro. I'm real low on ammo, so let's make the best of it together. Attention all fighters. An emission is approaching. Get to cover now.
And he's gonna die. Doesn't matter what you do, this emission will knock you out. Nothing you can do about it.
You survived the emission again. I'm not even that surprised. Our boys picked you up not far from the tower when things calmed down a bit. You know, Bien Polev was right. You defy scientific explanation. He believes that you acquired some, let's say, unusual abilities, which help you survive anomalous activity that would literally tear anyone else down to atoms. Also, it looks like something is increasing your body's performance in several areas, to the point that our monitoring equipment goes off the scale. Wait. Don't get too excited. There's always a fly in the ointment. Every emission harms your nervous system, and if this continues, you will die. A normal emission is the release of energy accumulated in the zone. A discharge, if you like. But what's happening now is completely different. In my opinion, The increasing regularity of these emissions is the zone's response to some sort of serious threat, akin to the response provided by a human immune system. It is difficult to rationally explain coexistence between humans and the zone. The zone tolerates us in some areas and forbids us from going to others. Whatever is beyond the Scorcher and further towards the center of the zone is taboo, a place where stalkers are not supposed to set foot. I think that recent events in the zone are related to the fact that someone broke that taboo and made it past the brain scorcher. It's hard to say. To answer that question, I would need to know what's in the center of the zone. Some say the monolith, others say the wish granter. The more unpretentious ones dream about fields of rare artifacts. I was at the power plant myself, a young specialist at the time, but I don't know what's there now. What I can say is that the Scorcher appeared for a reason. It prevents the center of the zone from being reached. People cannot go beyond the brain scorcher. I didn't think so until the large emission. Hell, nobody thought so. However, if you consider the emissions to be a defensive reaction, then the answer is obvious. Someone made it through the Scorcher, and the emission was the zone's response. And since the emissions haven't stopped, whoever it was must still be alive. The zone is trying to get them, and it's killing everything that's alive in the process. I know a lot about the zone, but I can't share everything with you. You'll just have to trust me on some things. A system, any system, needs to be in equilibrium. The zone is unstable right now, and this instability is increasing. If the constant emissions aren't stopped, the zone will become so unstable that a new disaster will occur. Which brings us to what S.T.A.L.K.E.R is doing. We are trying to prevent that disaster. You're right, but we do know how to prevent a disaster and stop the emissions, and that means something. We have to find out who was in the center of the zone and stop them at any price. There's a strange connection between you and the zone. On the one hand, every new emission gradually kills you. On the other hand, you survive in situations where others don't stand a chance. My gut feeling tells me that your abilities, your gift, your curse, call it what you will, they mean you can get through places that others wouldn't even dream of. And at the moment, we need to act very quickly. I knew you'd ask that. The answer is simple. If the emissions aren't stopped, your nervous system will burn out and you'll die. Help us and you'll save yourself. Now this may sound like a line from a corny movie, but you really don't have a choice. Unfortunately, yes. So, will you help us? Then listen carefully. We have made use of all our contacts and connections in the zone. As a result, we know that a certain stalker at the cordon was asking Sidorovich about some very strange components. That's all we have for the moment. But it's a lead. Through the swamps, of course, how else? But remember what I said. After the emission, a whole army of all kinds of scum turned up in the area. Now they control almost everything. We are under siege, and I'm not exaggerating one bit. So before we can help you get to the cordon, we have to regain control of the swamps. And with your help, I think we should be able to do it.
Okie dokie. Our first mission.
Your main guide is the objective section. Your main objective is displayed here, together with a selected additional objective. There can be several additional objectives which you can cycle through using these buttons. Most objectives are also displayed on the map, with the exception of rare occasions when your objectives cannot be located. We will need your help with not only destroying the enemy, but also capturing key positions. In these situations, our fighters will be grateful if you provide covering fire as they capture a position. By the way, don't ignore calls for help. Our boys' lives could be at stake. Hovering over a mark on the map will display additional information. In addition to your objectives, Friendly units and identified enemies will also be displayed on the map. Okay, as I'm sure you understand, our main objective is to establish control over the swamps. And that means a war against the aggressor. This section allows you to access tactical information about combat operations at any time. Information about your current faction is displayed on the left. Right now, that's us. Clear sky. Information about the main enemy is displayed on the right. This shows our approximate combat strength. This shows how many fighters we have. And this is our equipment supply. Similar indicators are also shown for our enemy. Finally, this field allows you to see the current strategic mission as well as tactical objectives that must be achieved in order to complete the strategic mission. Completed strategic missions will be displayed at the bottom. The last tab allows you to view your current relations with all factions, as well as each faction's combat strength. Your personal stats are also displayed here. That's pretty much it.
Alrighty, bye-bye. Capture the old church. Capture the old church in the fishing hamlet.
You have my full attention.
Let's go.
We're there, so you can take your blindfold off. Don't you try to follow me, it won't work anyway. If you want to come back to the base, find one of the guys at the fishing hamlet.
Roger that.
Merc, it looks like you're at the Great Swamps now. Be extremely careful and don't try to be a hero. Check out your PDA. You should find the location of our squads there. I suggest you get yourself over to the fishing hamlet. That's where they are.
Where we want to go. This is a group of friendlies. Lookout tower there.
We're getting slaughtered here! Damn you! Where on earth are you? That's it! Now we'll teach them a lesson!
They will throw grenades.
Кроши! На тебе, на!
That's how quickly you can die.
It looks like you're at the Great Swamps now. Be extremely careful and don't try to be a hero. Check out your PDA. You should find the location of our squads there. I suggest you get yourself over to the fishing hamlet. That's where they are.
do you want, anyway?
I just got to wait for the radio. Cool.
So what is it that you need?
Nothing. Good thing with this, same with the other stalker, you can actually go around picking up their shit. Now the sawn off obviously gives you, obviously makes it quicker to reload, quicker to cause damage and stuff. But it doesn't have the range. Next objective is I've got to take both of these to push back the renegades. Got to push. Push them back from the pump station. Trying to avoid the water as best you can.
скотина!
What you can also do is you can pick up various weapons and you can sell them on. You can do that in Stalker 2 as well. But it's more prevalent in S.T.A.L.K.E.R. It's more prevalent in the first 3 games. Because you are a little more than a scavenger.
They spotted us! Come on, man! This ain't funny! Come in!
I'm on the way.
Мужик, не стреляй!
Just survived a shotgun blast to the head.
Well done, men. We've reinforced our position in the swamps enough to give the renegades a real good kicking. Our next objective is their main base.
Damn right, I'm taking the fight though. Got a stash as well.
Ага! Жри, сволочь!
Another attack repelled. You'll have to fight out in the open.
It'll take me a little while to regain that reputation. Possible. Walk in the water. Follow the map. Best we can. Only because I haven't got anything better. Got the AK-74, but I'm getting rounds for it. This is where it can get rather difficult. Very little on the left. You can get a good hit on them, like a good headshot, so you will kill them quicker. Fortunately, this pistol is so fucking weak. At least in the game. Stash holes. Fine, I'll take it. I've got any grenades? I've got one grenade. single slug. Looks like he's got an invisible wall in front of him. Either that or it's going wide. It's just shot rifling, so. Don't know why it's swapping back to standard shotgun shot after every. Because I haven't got any. Alright. Makes sense. I know I've got some flashettes left. advantages, I'm not going to be able to stop flipping.
Keep your eyes peeled! Sit tight where you are!
Captured the renegade's land. Turned it around. All we need to do now is take control of the paths to the swamps.
Right. It's the church. Towards the swamps. First place you want to go is actually Cordon. Cordon. These guys can handle it now.
Quick! We're getting slaughtered here!
No, you're not.
That's it! Now we'll teach them a lesson! Thanks for helping out. Drop by our base sometime. We'll find a way to pay you back. That's a promise.
I think we got them all.
Let's go and see. Go to the church, get called on. Open up the cordon. I think there's an artifact over here.
Man, that was some fine defensive action.
Clear sky, some clear sky boys. That is a flash sparkler. Damn it. It takes me all the way back to... No, it doesn't. Good. I think guide. All the guides in the swamp.
What do you want anyway? What's up, Stalker?
In the swamps, it's all the guides are free. The swamps. All the guides are free.
Hello there. Oh, welcome, guest from foreign lands. What come you with? A bursting purse? Prized exotic wonders? Yeah, I heard your story. I reckon the main thing is that you're still alive. Stuff is easy enough to replace, so long as the zone is kind to you. So, that's the sort of people we are. You can't buy an extra 15 minutes of life, or a spare store from death. But us traders are needed everywhere, even in the zone, even in the swamps, and even underground. It's an illusion that the zone is under lock and key, and the army has all the ways in and out. Let's not talk about it. You have no idea how tired I am of peddling these trinkets. There's a ton of ordinary artifacts out there, but the best hidden, who knows? Maybe stalkers have already found everything there is to find. Yeah, I know. Anyway, listen, I've told you, have a safe trip.
Well, shit. Hasn't even got ammo for the AK-74. Barkeep gives you reward money.
Welcome back from the afterworld. Well, next time you're at the swamps, don't be a stranger.
Somebody gives you reward money. Can't remember who it is.
I'm glad to see you, young man. You look considerably better. I didn't notice you come in. You already have a basic understanding of some things. It's true some of your abilities, such as motor skills, reaction and endurance, regrettably no. Alas, that is all. The only other thing... Hopefully, my answers will be of help to us all.
Start talking, buddy. Start talking, buddy.
You're with us again? Glad to see you. Drop in next time you're in our neck of the woods.
I will. is the man for the
Need something
modifications.
upgraded or repaired? We got enough duct tape to patch the whole sun up if need be. See for yourself. There's hardly any equipment. It's like life after a nuclear war. If we do get a hold of something, it's about to fail anyway, and there ain't shit around to use for spare parts. That's why I'm having to adapt to whatever. Yeah, there ain't much to get excited about around here. Not like the garbage. I heard they dug up old Soviet. Nothing special. I repair and upgrade. You get anything else to fix? Come to me for that. What's up? Well, good luck.
The upgrades. At least now. And do that.
I repair faults in hardware, not in its owner's arms.
That is as much as I can upgrade that. Quite possibly what the most I want.
Stalker, what do you want?
So this doesn't hit as hard.
We can't hold on much longer. Hurry, help us!
This won't hit as hard, but I've actually got the ammo for it, which is the main thing.
Damn you! Where on earth are you? We can't hold on much longer. Hurry, help us!
Going as fast as I can. Hi, Amy. hell are you? Yeah, as well as can be expected, I suppose. So this is one of the original Stalker games. This is Clear Sky. The devs have put in an advanced, made up, released an enhanced edition. And as I had Clear Sky already, this is basically the enhanced edition. Apparently it runs clearer, runs at more frames a second, although to be honest I can't see it. But it was free, so I'm not complaining. What I have noticed that they've done is they've put some funky music over the top.
Dig in at key positions and wait for further instructions. Listen up.
Bandit scum. I'm drinking the vodka.
What you need, Stalker?
I need some coffee and bed.
What do you want, anyway?
I want to get drunk. I'm already drunk. I don't know. No question. I don't know the answer. Yes, there's an anomaly in there. Right. take me a while.
Stalker, what do you want?
Yep. Doodle-doo. See, now in Stalker 2, I can walk from the swamps to the cordon.
I haven't seen anyone come from the swamps in a long while. You've come out right next to the army outpost. There's only one thing a stalker can expect from the army, and that's a bullet. So I'd be careful if I were you.
Yeah. Yeah, you can walk from the swamps to the cordon. Why do I keep calling it that? It's the cordon. Without having to go through things like that. Through the loading screens.
I've got a feeling there's a reason for you being here. Pop in and see me if you're in the area.
I am in the area. This is Sidorovich. He's an asshole. It's the proper voice actor. The original voice actor.
Nice to see you. So, shall we talk business?
He's an arsehole. He'll rip you. He'll sell his granny for a few rubles.
Hello, Merc. Tell me, what brings you here? I see so many stalkers in here, it's a pain to remember them all. Any reason I should strain my brain for you?
See what I mean?
Now we're talking business. I like that. Well, here's the thing. I've been here for a while. My business is up and running, I get different orders here and there, and people trust me. I have a problem with my last order, and the trouble is the client is very important, and the loot he's after is unique. Everything was going fine. Stalkers would get the loot from inside the zone, and the army boys were supposed to ensure they could get it through the cordon. Well, the two parties started bickering over something, and now the whole place has gone crazy. The result is the stalkers are fighting the military, and nobody's got a clue where the loot is. And that doesn't suit me at all, because the order needs to be completed. So, help me get the case with the loot, and I'll tell you all about your stalker and his components. Deal? Visit the stalkers by the embankment. They've set up some sort of base there, and that's where they're holding the captive military commander, S.T.A.L.K.E.R. I don't care what you do at that base. I don't care if those fruitcakes want to continue playing Robin Hood's merry men. All I want is that case and the loot that's inside it. For starters, try talking to Valerian, the stalker leader. I'll let them know you're coming on my behalf. Relax, don't be shy. What brings you here? Hey, Merc, I'm still waiting on...
You can wait as long as you fucking like Sidorovich. 33, is that all you're gonna give me?
Don't just stand there, huh?
Yeah, thought so. Fucking bellend.
Come on, tell me what you got for me.
Oh, hey, Sidorovich. Well, that's a lie, actually. He's a bastard, but he's an honest bastard.
Hey, Mark, what
That
brings
he
you
rips
here?
everyone
Come on
off.
and we'll talk.
He rips everyone off equally.
I'm all ears.
$33 rubles.
Help, man! The army's beating up on fellow stalkers! Soon! It's gonna be too late! Thanks, buddy! Now we'll knock him out cold!
Ah!
На, получай!
Dead. That's how quickly you can die in this game.
Be shy. What brings you here? Don't forget, I still need that case.
Fuck you, Sidorovich.
Hey, Merc, I'm still waiting.
You can carry on waiting. Fucking prick. Did I mention I hate Sidorovich? Well, I hate him. Naughty bastard. Just.
Don't be a jerk. Holster your weapon. If you got something to say, say it.
Remember if it's here in Glasgow. No, it's not. Damn it. There's usually a suit in there. Decent suit. Not strong anomalies, but they're still enough to unsettle you.
Help me! The army's beating up on fellow stalkers! Soon it's gonna be too late! Help us!
Doing the best I can, though. Doing the best I can.
Now we'll give him help for sure.
Damn it. You have to be incredibly lucky. Be incredibly lucky to get that one done. See it? Yes, I did. 4. Slightly better. Yeah. Slightly better pistol. Still uses 9x18 round, which is crap.
just stand there twiddling your thumbs. Go to the base.
I am.
I'm listening.
I'm sure you are. Alright,
We've been waiting for you a long time. Go see the leader, Stat.
I've just been in a firefight.
Got something to sell? Come back later. I might get a new shipment.
What can I do for you? Sorry if I wasn't much help.
£115 for a tyre. Yeah.
Howdy, Merc. We don't see too much of you at the cordon. What brings you here? From Sidorovich, you say? So, you know about the commander too? Alright, I'll be straight with you. We used to cooperate with the army. They'd allow us to transport goods safely through the outpost and let us in on some useful information. We paid well for their services. But then we found out that jerk of a commander worked for both sides. He supplied the bandits with our whereabouts. Then he went and sold 2 of our guys as slaves at the garbage. That was the last straw. Yeah, I guess we got a little carried away. Can't figure out what to do now. We're holding the commander hostage, which is a kind of guarantee that the army's not going to bomb our asses back to the Stone Age with their choppers. We can't kill him, but we can't let him go either. The sly son of a bitch knows that we need him alive, and he's not caving in a damn inch. Trouble is, he's the only one who knows where the loot is hidden. If we don't deliver that loot to Sidorovich, he won't do business with us ever again. If we could only make this army bastard play by our rules, it would be a whole different ball game, believe me.
£115 for 1 tyre. Reminds me, I need to get 4 new tyres for my car. Just, they're not worn, but they are getting old. I need to think about replacing them.
What's so interesting, huh? What you staring at, ass-face? Laugh all you want. If you're here to find out where I hid the case with the loot, you're in for a disappointment. Go back to your beloved zone. My boys are gonna obliterate your pathetic posse soon enough. And as for your ringleader, we will hang him on the bridge so everyone can see what you get for messing with the military.
Yeah, I'm a merc.
Really? And how much would you charge for your services? What if I ask you to help out my boys by taking out those snipers at the railroad embankment? Don't stop on your way out the door, and keep going to hit an anomaly.
Yeah, I understand.
So, did you learn anything useful?
Everything's expensive.
Of course they'll save him. The rat bastard owes them a whole bunch of dough. He ran their operations on his own and stashed the cash away somewhere. Listen, I've got an idea. The commander's got only 2 men he can count on. They served together at the outpost and he cut them in on the deals, so they'll do whatever they can to get him out. If we dispose of them, the bastard will realize nobody's coming for him. He'll crack, and we'll beat out of him the location of the stash with the loot. We split the money, and Sidorovich gets the case. What do you say? I have this feeling we won't have to look for them. Khaletsky's buddies are wandering around here somewhere planning to attack us. A small squad has been spotted at the elevator. Help us destroy them.
Okie dokie. Can you?
Got something that needs fixing? If you find some more upgrade parts, get them over here and we'll see what we can do.
No, I don't need an under-barrel attachment. Ooh. That's a lot, but it's worth it. Doesn't quite make it a sniper rifle, but means that you can zoom in a lot more, better shots. Can get sniper rifles in this game.
Spotted their second squad at the depot. Merc, head on over there.
Why is it always me? Why is it always us? Browning Mark III. Browning HP Mark III, High Power Mark III. Unfortunately, you have to take these guys out by yourself. Because all of these guys, unless you're quick enough, all of these guys die within seconds. Then it wouldn't be a computer game if you didn't have to do every fucking thing yourself.
Ну, як тебе його? Причешем його!
Okay. Was it across 1.6 millimeters across 2/3 of the tire's width? Yeah. Well, they'll know, won't they? They'll know better than me.
Good work. The military squad has been taken care of. We spotted their second squad at the depot. Merc, head on over there.
Merc, go and do our dirty work for us. Yeah, exactly.
Looks like they saw us.
That's fair enough. If you doubt you can do the 1P test. I don't know if you can do the 1P test anymore. It's put a penny, put a 1 pence piece in the tread, then the line of dots, then the line of dots, yeah, that's fine. Wait this go at this. Right, okay.
We're all ready. Just waiting for your order. Hey, buddy. Still remember us?
Yeah, still remember. God damn it! Oh, good. Oh, like you say, you can always go to... Garage can always tell you.
Squad has been taken care of. We spotted their second squad at the depot. Merc, head on over there.
See which one's in better condition. That was close.
Here's a pineapple for you.
Dealt with. With his buddies dead, Khaletsky knows he ain't got a prayer. That army rat is gonna change his tune now, that's for sure. Merc, head back to the base.
With pleasure. And the guides come in as well. Which means we've pushed back. Excellent. Right, so I'll get back to the base and then that's probably going to be... I'm going to call it... Honestly, with the exception of the shitty music, well, I say shitty music, it's actually not bad music, it's just not music I would associate with S.T.A.L.K.E.R. Associate it more with Doom.
We might have a conversation if you hide that weapon.
I honestly can't see much of a difference.
Don't break up, wait!
Well, and the challenges. Let me see, have I completed any of the challenges? Hmm. Still got rewards to go and collect. I'll do that another time.
If you got something to say, say it.
Yeah, I've got something to say, just not to you.
What can I do you for? Nice doing business with an honest stalker.
pleasure doing business with you.
Got something that needs fixing? If you need anything else, come by.
Quite a snotty. How much is it going to cost?
What can I do for you?
Cost me
Sorry
to
if I wasn't much help.
repair. No, not enough money. It's okay.
See what being stubborn gets you? Your friends are dead and you're still here. No one's coming to save you. Tell me where you hid the case.
Okay, I tell you. Bastards. It's in the tunnel, in the upturned car.
Would you look at that? The little shit cracked like an egg. The stash coordinates are in your PDA. Take what you find to Sidorovich. He's waiting.
Sidorovich can wait a lot longer. Because that is going to be it for me today. So, if I come back tomorrow, I'll probably be playing the original Shadow of Chernobyl. So, thank you very much for being here. Thanks for watching. It is appreciated, as always. And I will see you in the next one.